Welcome back, everybody. We're switching gears a little bit now because Cinema One, the owners of Digicel, Imax, Gemstone, and 4D on Wednesday, launched the company's initial public offering. This means that from September 17th, Cinema One will be offering shares to members of the public for sale. And I have with me the managing executives of Cinema One, Brian Jara and Ingrid Jara. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
Tell me about this public offering.
Well, Cinema One, we've been in business for 7 years, bringing a range of movie formats to the landscape, IMAX, followed by Gemstone, seat-side service, as well as now 4DX. And essentially, we're looking to grow the business. And as part of that whole prospect, we've decided to democratize our shareholding and to invite the general public to invest in a growing business. And Cinema One, in that regard, is hopefully going to be the first to emerge on the SME exchange, with an offering of 38% to the public for roughly 30 million TT, which is our target that the brokers have set up for us.
What was the inspiration behind doing this?
We knew we were a company that really never stood still. If I had to say it in a nutshell, we started with IMAX, being the first giant screen on island. We tend to be a company that likes to be first. So after we grew the 3 movie experiences at one location, we knew that we wanted to replicate that. And this was one way of achieving it.
So it was a discussion that you would sit down and you would talk and, you know, we want to do this. And now you're offering shares basically to members of the public.
Correct. We've always seen the business as a community asset. We continue to bring upwards of 20,000 school children every year into the IMAX through our good corporate sponsors, Atlantic and Digicel. And this becomes an extension of that in many ways, so that the community asset notion gets extended to now shareholding for the general public.
When you say community asset, what do you mean by that?
The IMAX philosophy. The IMAX has roots in educational content. It really started in museums. So like you'd go to a Smithsonian and see an IMAX movie about space, about the environment. Right. So it starts in those roots. So when we became owners of the IMAX franchise, that philosophy just continued as part of the company's culture of being an asset in wherever it exists.
So that means over the years, IMAX has to be doing well.
Yes, we've been a profitable business since year one. I mean, the real driver of the business would be the Hollywood pictures, from your Marvel studio brands, etc. Those bring in the masses, and it creates a lot of the excitement and exhilaration. And I think the uniqueness of the IMAX format with all the patents, and as well as our new Gemstone format with a range of fine dining options, as well as a combination of a movie experience, has really catapulted the business in a positive way.
And you now have 4D.
Yes.
How has that been going? I have been hearing a lot of talk that it is good. How is it going from the business aspect?
Well, it has started quietly, but it's growing in the West. But it really is an extraordinary experience because it's bringing the movie to the seat. So when we do go upstairs and look at the crowds, it is a pure delight in terms of sitting. It's like a ride for an hour and a half or 2 hours long. So it is pretty exciting. I
think I looked at Jumanji in 4D when it came out, and it was pretty good. It was a pretty good experience. I mean, if you haven't checked it out, I think people should check it out. It's a different experience. It's not just you sitting down on a chair and just looking at the screen. You actually feel the movements. There's water sprinkling on your face at times.
Quite a lot of environments. There's fog, there's smell. So it really brings the movie to your seat.
It engages all of the senses.
Yes, a definition of immersive movie experience.
Yeah. And so you want to expand the business. It's about growing the business, and you're now offering 38%, 30 million on the stock exchange.
Correct. We are. Yes, we've identified a number of different opportunities for growth, both here in Trinidad as well as in the region. And essentially every smaller business is looking for a capital structure in order to really advance and grow more rapidly. And I think the great legislative framework that was put in place a number of years by the government is something that we've decided to really try and capitalize on and potentially emerge as the first, as well as to inspire many other SMEs to follow suit.
Right. So what can members of the public get in return, or what can they expect to get in return if they decide to
dividend yield, as well as capital appreciation over time? We think that at $10 a share, it's a favorably priced security, and that over time, hopefully with excellent management and direction of the business, it will grow. And we really look at the formula for growth as more seats and strategic locations. We're already in the process of building out in Gulfview. So, you know.
Gulf City.
Well, Gulf City,
yes.
adjacent to
Yes.
Gulfview, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, in the mall there. So we'll be bringing the Gemstone experience to South as well.
Because I don't think people would want to probably invest in something where they aren't sure that they are going to get something in return.
Sure,
Especially
sure.
with this economic times and people losing their jobs. You know, people are looking to invest, but where can I invest to get the best for my money?
Yes.
Right. Well, the good thing is that, I mean, the movie business is a very recession-resistant industry historically. I mean, it's already over 40 billion US globally, and it's been a business that has gone through, you know, numerous changes over the years. I'm talking in terms of an overall industry, and I think there's great comfort in participating in something that people do get a chance to experience on an ongoing basis, and it ultimately becomes a sense of affordable entertainment.
Yeah, I wanted to reinforce that, you know, going to the movies is an affordable luxury. And movies have withstood all the different types of entertainment available to us. They've survived DVDs, they've survived color TV, and even with all the competing media, people still want to go out and have a shared experience in a room, in a dark room. The popcorn tastes different, and it's much more, you know, communal, with everyone laughing at the same thing or everybody crying at the same thing. So it
I love
withstands
going to the
time.
movies as well.
Yes.
It's always so good, and it's a good family activity to do as well.
Correct,
You know, you're with your
correct.
family and you go home. On your way home in the vehicle, you could sit and chat about it. And instead of you going and lying by the bar or something, you could go watch a movie.
Correct,
Correct.
And I mean, the movie industry has grown over time.
Mhm.
Well, from the cinema experience, you had the normal screen, and now you
Mhm.
went to 3D, IMAX, 4D. So it's evolving.
Correct, correct. You certainly want to have a differentiated approach, I think, to be able to encourage new experiences. And, you know, whether it's the first date out or whether it's a family affair, there's something unique about it. I mean, certainly IMAX brings a huge landscape, a wonderful canvas to experience movies in a different format. And similarly, 4DX and Gemstone do so as well.
Now, I want to get some information. If people want to purchase shares, how do they go about doing that? Would you be able to provide that information?
Sure. Well, our lead broker is First Citizens
Investment
and
Services.
Brokerage Advisory Services. But there's also a number of other brokers who have signed on, Bourse Securities, Wise, Caribbean Stockbrokers. So the business has been a profitable business since day one. So I think that has given great comfort to the investment community that this is a business with the prospects for growth. And I think that's really what we're looking to be able to really engender and catalyze in a more rapid fashion through this stock market offering.
Going through the process of going public, there are a few documents, so people will have access to the prospectus that can tell them the story about the business, and you go to your stockbroker and they can explain it a little more to you. So,
Yeah,
Citizens
certainly, like-
is the lead. You need to open a brokerage account, and then you determine how much you would like to invest.
Yeah, because I have never been in the stock exchange
Yes.
part of
Right.
this. So for me, it sounds exciting,
Mm-hmm.
but I need to know that there is some kind of security for me at the end of it.
Sure.
And that is what you're saying, that the company has been profitable
Yes.
and you expect it to grow further, and you know it is an endeavor that people should probably venture.
Correct, correct. It should give comfort to the investing community that we have received stat fund approval, which is pretty much the most rigorous level of approvals that companies can go through to allow pension funds and even insurance companies to invest in our security. And I think that's based upon a history that extends beyond 5 years of profitability, albeit on a small basis, but we're a small business. But we're looking to really accelerate growth faster.
So it is 38% for $30 million, $10 a share.
Correct.
That's correct.
That is correct.
And it's expected to start on September 17th.
Correct, and to close on October 12th. So it's about a month of engagement with the public. And we're more than happy to discuss in more detail with investors. We're inviting them to kind of a roadshow environment in our theater to be able to discuss the plans that the company has for growth and our trajectory.
And I see Lisa is
Strategy.
standing there and she's nodding because I think that she might be interested in investing, because I don't know if I invest, if I buy some shares, I might be able to get a couple of free IMAX tickets.
I just really want it. That's not what it's about. It's about growth and building your portfolio and, you know, expanding, which is what makes this so wonderful. Ingrid and Brian, congratulations
Thank you.
on this
Thank you.
huge step. Yes, and you guys have been pioneers in the market of with cinema, with IMAX, and with your luxury
Yes.
your
and
luxury
VIP
facilities. So
cinemas.
thank you so much for coming on the program this
Thank you
morning.
for having us.
And congratulations once again. And, you know, we'll
Thank
be
you.
monitoring, and we just want to have all
Yeah,
positive-
because we need to find out how it goes.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll bring it
Because
back to you.
Happy to come back.
38%, 30 million, $10 a share. I'm sure people would invest.
Yeah, it's a relatively small offer, but we think that, you know, in comparison to, say, NIF, they came out
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
But it's a good start for
I think
small
there's some
business.
excitement in the market with people looking
Yes.
for alternative opportunities for wealth
Correct.
creation.
Exactly.
And this is probably one of them
Yeah.
that they can take a look at.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
people are losing their jobs, and one of the discussions was, okay, they're going to get VSEP, for example, the refinery, petroleum refinery workers, they're going to get their VSEP, and you know,
Yes.
where can I invest to get something long term?
Yes.
Sure. Own
Yeah.
a piece of the movie magic, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And on that note,